Check out these cute little cat ears. Aren't they cute? I got them on Amazon. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of using all drugstore products. Some products are my all-time favorites, some I can live without. So if y'all are interested, stay tuned and I'll go ahead and get started. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is very similar to the Anastasia and the Benefit Precisely My Brow. It's a little waxy and it has a little more tug, but I kind of like that. I've used this pencil for a really long time and I really enjoy it. She's gonna have bushy brows today. So brows are done. They're big, they're good. Next is eyeshadow. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette. This is actually very similar and reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. On the Morphe M433, I'm going to be taking these two transition colors and just mixing them together and putting them in my crease. These shadows are a little powdery, so go ahead and tap off any excess. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of bring it out. We'll be dramatic today. So next I'm going to take this little orangey color right here with the Morphe M433 and go in the crease. I'm acting like this has a mirror. I think that Wet n Wild has come out with some really nice stuff lately. I love this eyeshadow palette and I've used it a lot. I mean, I have some high-end ones too, but this one's really good. And it was, I think, $4.99, so $5. Like, for, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a tin pan. Like, that's amazing. And these blend really nice. I don't know if I said this already, but I prime my eyes with just concealer. So I'm pretty much using the same brush for all these colors. I'm gonna go in next with this pretty pink color. It's like a fuchsia, purpley pink. Love it. And I am going to go kind of halfway on my lid and in the crease. I mean, this is pretty pigmented for, you know, drugstore palettes and it only being $5 for 10 pans. But you do, this one particularly, I pack on quite a bit. You might see me go in with maybe 2 or 3 coats. All right, next I'm gonna go in with this Goldie Champagne Shimmer. I've played around with this one a couple times. It's a little crumbly, but I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm gonna go back in with this pinky color and just keep packing. I'm taking this chocolate brown to add more depth with the Morphe R39. Definitely tap off the excess with that one. And then with a clean Morphe M573, I'm just going to soften the edges. Next I'm going to take the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. This is in the shade Ladybird. You can get these at Ulta. This is kind of like a glitter topper. It's similar to the color that I put on my eyes in the inner corner. And it just adds just some fantastic glitter. I love these. They have pure pigment ones. They have glitter ones. These things are awesome and they were intended to use with your finger. So I've tried to apply this with a brush and it just doesn't work. I probably should have put some glitter glue down, but we'll just wipe her off. And these are $5 too and they're great. I have a couple more shades of these and I absolutely love them. I would collect these, they're great. For eyeliner, I'm gonna take, this is the NYX Gel Liner. This is a BH Cosmetics angled brush. It's not labeled or anything. I got a set a couple years ago and I absolutely love their brushes. BH Cosmetics and Morphe are very affordable. And I'm just gonna do a baby wing. You're not really supposed to tug on your eye. I'm not that advanced yet. Top eyeliner is done. I just did a little baby wing. And I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil or Eye Crown in the color Milk. I really like this technique for opening your eyes up and making yourself look more awake, making your eyes look bigger. So I'm just going to take a makeup remover wipe to remove some of that glitter. This is why I always do my eyes first. And you can clean up your eyeshadow this way too. For primer, I'm going to be taking the Soap and Glory. This is the One Heck of a Blot primer. I don't think it's very pore filling, but it does leave my skin with a nice base. I think after I use that Tatcha primer, it's really hard to use anything else. But this one is really good and I used this one for a while. It's hydrating, so I enjoy that. For foundation, I'm going to take this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. It's a foundation and a concealer. I'm in shade 00B Light. This is my dirty beauty sponge. This was $2, but I'm saving more information on this amazing sponge for another video. This foundation is very full coverage and I was so surprised because most drugstore foundations, they claim to be full coverage, but they're actually just medium to light. And I love the butt of this sponge. I use this only for foundation and actually not, I usually use this brush. It's the Morphe Y6 because it's a flat top kabuki, and with this specific foundation, I find using a beauty sponge more effective. I love the way this foundation wears throughout the day. It has a satin matte finish, but if you don't use too much and you want to wear it, you know, to work or every day, or this is your everyday, you just less is more, you know. If you put too much on with anything, I think it can look heavy, so always less is more. Next, I'm taking the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline, and it has a little sponge at the tip, which I'm not really fond of, but this is definitely my favorite drugstore concealer. It's hydrating, it has coverage, it does crease a little bit, but I can live with that. I rather it cover my dark circles. This is the same sponge, I'm just taking the pointy end. I haven't used that concealer in a long time. I really like it. It's an oldie. I feel like that one's been around for a while, but I didn't get it until maybe last year. Oh, I forgot to cover up this zit. My skin finally betrayed me after 11 months of glowing skin. To set that concealer, I'm going to take, this is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. It's been around. There's powder in my lungs. Oh my gosh. It's everywhere. I'm just going to take what's in the cap because I remember this being heavy and the fragrance, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm just, like I said, less is more. I think this foundation you need to set because I can see my forehead wrinkles, my smile lines. I mean, this powder's good. It's not my favorite though. It's definitely not my favorite. It's a little heavy for my skin type. So I'm going to go back into this eyeshadow palette and I'm going to take this orange. I don't know about y'all, but if it's past 8 o'clock, I am barely functioning. I'm going to take the pink too, and we'll go just a little closer to the waterline. Next, I'm going to take the Butter Bronzer. This is my absolute favorite all-time bronzer. It smells like coconuts, the beach. It just smells like vacation. I love it so much. and it blends, I'm gonna say it, like butter. If you do not usually wear bronzer, you're scared of it, this is the best bronzer to start out with. It is just so blendable. It's never patchy on me. A lot of these products I stopped using when I was pregnant just because of the ingredients and the fragrance, and I just wore bare minimum, to be honest. And so it's fun getting back into these products and playing with them. This is always going to be my favorite. I love it so much. So I'm going to go in with this Milani blush in the shade Tea Rose. I love Milani products. I get mine at H-E-B, but I know that you can get them, I believe, at Walgreens, and I don't know about CVS. I don't think I've used a product of theirs that has like let me down at all. And this is a matte blush. I usually prefer baked blushes, but for the fall, I feel like a good matte blush is always good to have. I always have to check for my JJ sleeping right now. I have him in his crib. Oh, he's just being a sweet angel boy. For highlighter, this is my all-time favorite. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. I love this so much. High-end drugstore, this is my all-time favorite. I'm just gonna go on the high points. Like, she looks wet. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. She got a milk mustache. Oh man, I love this one so much. I also have the Milani and Wet n Wild. These are pretty similar colors. They're kind of a pinkish. They're a little frosty, but why not? I'll go in with the Milani one too. I better blend this all together. Oh. To blend all of the powders and the cake and the frosting, I'm going to take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist to just blend all that together. Like, do y'all see that? Oh. It's the most calming mist. Next, I'm going to take this is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, favorite mascara of all time. I think L'Oreal makes some of the best mascaras. I'm going to use these are the Kiss Blowout Lashes. These are really good. Very affordable. So I applied this lash. Look at the difference. I mean, for the drugstore, I think that's a really good natural, wispy. I love it. To apply the lashes, I use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. Shout out to Taylor Paris. Thanks. That is the best eyelash glue I've ever used. I couldn't even apply eyelashes before. I think I used that Ardell glue and it just did not work for me. So next for lips, I have, these are by Maybelline. They're the Vivid Matte. So in the winter time, even the fall, I get crusty crust lips and they're very dry. You can see the lines. So, but mattes are beautiful in the winter time, but my lips just don't like them. So these are matte, but satin finish. They don't completely dry down. Which color would look better with my eyes? Let's do both. I went over top with the shade Nude Flush, and these are great for first dates, going out to eat. The way that they wear down is so natural and just kind of like fades away instead of having like that crumbly, nasty butthole lips. So I really like these, especially for people who have dry, crusty lips. And to lock everything in, I'm going to take the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I haven't used, like, this is almost empty. The fragrance, oh my god, it's like spraying a perfume on your face. The second ingredient is alcohol though, so if you stay away from those, then you might not like this, but this does lock in your makeup. So that concludes the full face of Drugstore makeup. Like, look at that highlight. You know, some of these products I've used for a really long time, some of them, you know, meh, but all in all, the Drugstore, like, this is full glam. I could go out right now. That concludes the full face of Drugstore makeup. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments some of your favorite Drugstore stuff. I'm always up to try new things. I think the Drugstore, especially Wet n Wild, Milani, NYX, they're some of my favorite brands. So let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, y'all. Tell your friends. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope y'all stay tuned for the next video. Bye, y'all.